Okay, so when you open Photoshop, you're going to get something like this, regardless of the version you're using. So this is CC 2019, I think. So you have all these. You have this file, edit, image, layer, type, select, filter. If you're using CS6 or CS, any CS, you might not have this 3D view, window, help, like that. And these are the tools. So definitely the first thing you want to do when you have an application, maybe even Microsoft Word, is you want to create a new file. So that's where your learning will actually begin. So depending on when you click on this file new, depending on which version you have, it might look like this or something like it. So basically, even if your version doesn't have a dialog like this, it's going to have where you can put in your width and your height. So let's say my design is maybe 2000 by 1000. So there's that. But the more interesting part, if you are working with print, you have all this paper size here: A4, A6, A5, A3. If you are very familiar with A4, A5 is half of A4, A3 is double of A4, and so on like that. You can always Google your paper sizes. If you are working on a design, you can always go online and check the size of that specific design, or you talk with your client or your printer about which kind of paper size is needed for your design. So yeah, on this tab about an illustration. This one is also based on pixels web. So if you are working on web, let's say you want to do a UI job, you can work with all these dimensions. So 1920 by 1080 and so on and so forth. Then you have mobile. So let's say you want to do a design for a phone. This is more in the UI sense. You can use it. And those that do films and movies, they can always come here and pick whichever one. So like I said earlier, this for photos. So like I said earlier, your dialog might not look like this. Yours might be a drop down, something like this. Maybe you have all you have is drop down menus, but you still have all these options there as well. So now the other important thing is your color mode. So when you go to color mode, you when you are working with web, when you're doing stuff that deals with web in the sense that your design is only going to screens. So going to a phone screen, going to a system screen, any work that you know you're not printing, most of the time you'll be using RGB. RGB is good because there are many colors in the RGB, so it has brilliant colors and everything. The other one is Cmyk. So when you are printing, most times when you are printing, you do your design in Cmyk. So RGB is red, green, blue. So kind of like the primary colors, although it's not really like primary colors, there's no yellow. But the idea is when you mix these colors in varying degrees, you get different kind of colors. So for CMYK, that's cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So this one also, when you mix the colors in different degrees, you get your different colors. So the thing with CMYK is toners come in CMYK. So that's why when you're painting, you probably want to use CMYK. And then CMYK has fewer colors than RGB. The screen is able to show more colors than what you're printing, but that's not very important for now. But basically, just have it at the back of your mind that when you are printing, you are working on a design for print, you choose CMYK. We are working on a design that is going to be used only on the web, use RGB. And then this background content, you have transparent. So if you want to work on something that is going to be transparent, you choose transparent, then you have background color, you have black. So you can always, then there is advanced options. So color profile, it's probably be here sRGB, IEC, blah blah blah. Or if you don't have this set, maybe you just choose Adobe RGB, Adobe RGB. But don't mess with the settings so much. The settings, they change the way the color works, like the color profile. Maybe when you export, it does some changes to the work. Well, basically, if you use this, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so what else? Okay, so that's that. That's that really. So then here, when you're choosing your dimensions, you can make your work in pixels, in inches, in centimeters, and so on. So let's say we have our work in pixels. Okay, also important is the resolution. So if I change my preset, if I use a preset, let's say like this print preset now, so I use A4, you can see that this changed to 300 pixel per inch. So this is the same dimension that was millimeters and inches. So what this is telling you is that, I told you that a design is the unit of design is a pixel. So what's happening here is that per inch of your design print, there is 300 pixels there. So that's the idea with this resolution. So the idea is the higher the better. But when you are going for print, you generally use something around 300 to 330. Some go higher, maybe those are green comics. But basically, you should note this if you are going into print, and then if you are printing this, we have to change this to Cmyk as well. So there is that. Now, if it's just regular web stuff, you can get away with just 72 RGB. So now, I just want to do maybe a DP, so let's just work with 1000 by 1000, and then we create. So just taking a bit. It should come up. You have a blank canvas. Okay. Now, so as you can see, um, well, my screen might look slightly different from yours when you open. I have layers, I have channels, I have parts. This layer is very important. I have color swatches, adjustment libraries. So if you don't have this screen, especially if you don't have these layers, you can come to Windows and toggle it here. So from Windows, toggle. Now it's also important this workspace. You use this to actually arrange workspace. You use this to arrange if you have multiple tabs. When you start with multiple tabs, you might not want them to line up. We usually just want them to line up. So you just use arrange consolidate auto tabs. But I guess that will come in later. Now these are your toolbox. These are your toolbox. So the first thing is you have move, you have artboard. Artboard is quite a new feature. So definitely one of the first things that you probably want to do when you in your design is, let's say, write some text. So let's try and write some text as the first thing. So let's say Sam Sam choose design. So okay, then you click. So now you can drag this out. Then you can use shift. So there is this thing that has been changed in newer versions of Photoshop. In older versions, if you have this shape, if you want to increase the size, you have to press the shift button to make it proportional. So I have to press shift to make it proportional. But in newer versions, that's not the case. But if you want to increase the size of an object or decrease the size of an object, and you want it to start from the center, use Alt when you are dragging. So you can see now the difference. I'm using Alt right now. So if I drop it, and this now it drags from that point. But if I use Alt, it makes the initial point the center. So that's the difference between using Alt key when you are resizing objects and using Shift. So like I said, for Photoshop mainly is used for design. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to make selections, because a lot of what you'll be doing in Photoshop will involve selections. So, but first now, I think you've been able to know something about the file management, how to open file. You're able to write some text. So, and then let's export our simple design, very simple design. So from here, you can go to export. You can use quick export as PNG or just export as, and then you can make it a JPEG. So depending on your Photoshop version, then if you choose export all, it exports your picture. So the interface might be a bit different because you are using if you are using an older version, but the principles still remain the same. So in another video, I'm going to show you more about Photoshop, but in this first video, just to get you to create a file and write some text. So see you in another video.